Hey guys, this is James Martin, and this is a recap of the Saturday Tech session that we did on December 4, 2021. I'm going to go through the slides that we did in class on that day, and you can pause the video when we get to the assignments and work through those. There'll be several assignments for you to complete, but it won't take very long, and this will give you basically everything that we covered there, but in quicker format. So let's get started. So our first thing is to make sure your access to your Outlook account is fully functional. That's important because your Outlook account also gives you access to Blackboard Learn, Microsoft OneDrive, Microsoft PowerPoint, and bunches of other things. The second thing we'll do is we're going to make sure that you can get into Blackboard. Blackboard is a learning management system, and it's what the University of Arkansas uses to deliver classes to students, online classes and web-based parts of face-to-face classes. We use it with you guys, and it's important that you're able to get in there. And I'm going to have you go in and find a couple of UB classes and then favorite them and do a little activity in one of them. So, first bit, logging into Outlook. So before I get into logging into Outlook, I want to look at two UX terms. UX is short for user experience, and it's a term that web developers and graphic designers and interaction designers and lots of other kinds of people use. We've talked about this one last time, the hamburger menu, as it's called. This is, you've seen it in lots of apps and lots of websites. It looks kind of vaguely, abstractly like a hamburger. And there's this guy, the waffle menu, which you may be less familiar with, but it's used in Microsoft applications as the application launcher that lets you flip between applications. And some other apps use it too. So let's look at this Outlook access. Make sure that you can get to Outlook and your Microsoft account and all that. Here's the assignment. I'm going to stop right here. You should pause the video and complete this short assignment. All right, moving on to Act 2, Blackboard. Can you get into Blackboard Learn? That's our next bit. And here is the assignment, one of the assignments, I should say, for Blackboard Learn. There's lots of ways to get into Blackboard. This is one way. So pause the video and try getting into Blackboard using this method. Now, if you run into trouble, you can't raise your hand, of course. So send me an email or get in touch some other way. Now, here's another way to get into Blackboard, and I'm showing you more than one way for a reason. This second way is a way to get into lots of apps, including OneDrive and all the Microsoft stuff. Pretty much everything you have access to through the University of Arkansas can be accessed through my apps. So I'd like you to give this way a shot. And I'll pause for a second, or you can pause me. All right, and here's method 3. This is the geekiest, easiest way to get there. If you can remember URLs, you can go to learn.uark.edu. That little learn bit in a URL is called the subdomain. And at the University of Arkansas, they use that a lot. ub.uark.edu is our address for the Upward Bound program, and that also uses a subdomain. The domain name is the second part of the address, uark.edu. So often the subdomain is either www or you can leave it off and it's assumed to be www, but some websites are set up to take advantage of these subdomains as shortcuts to different resources. All right, now, if any of those methods worked, you should land on Blackboard. You should get logged into Blackboard, and your first stop, well, you may get a little login button, but once you're in, you'll be on the institution page. There's not much here. It's just some kind of general advice and links out to support, things like that. Where I want you to go is to the courses menu over here on the left. And I want to draw your attention to this search box. Normally, by user experience conventions, search boxes are on the top right. Blackboard doesn't follow the convention, which is unfortunate. And they put it right here at the top of this list on the left. Now, take a look for a second. These are two Upward Bound classes that have been set up for your benefit. One of them is for ACT Prep, and the other one is for Seminar. Take a glance at these, and what do you see that they have in common that you could use to search them up? They're really two things. One is UB, because it searches not just the name, the friendly name over there on the left, but also the little technical name of the course there in the parentheses after it. So UB would get you there, but probably get you a lot of other stuff, if not now, then in the future. 2024 is the useful bit here because we're going to put in a lot of classes like this that are here for your whole time in Upward Bound by your cohort year, by your graduation year. So 2024 would be the good way to search these up. And if you do that, you'll find both of these classes. And here's a little assignment. Find those two and add them to your favorites so that they have a little star next to them. And pause the vid here and get that done before you proceed. Okay, moving on. Here's the assignment. There's a discussion thread in the ACT Prep 2024 class. So I'd like you to go in there, find the discussions section, find the introductions forum, find the introduction thread, and reply. Tell me a little something about yourself, where you're from, what school you are in, that kind of thing. Just follow the instructions on there and complete that assignment. Now you'll find there are two forums in there, one for each section, so use the one for whatever section you are in. Thanks, guys. If you ran into any trouble with that, you can drop me an email and I'll try to work it out, try to help you with it. We really just want to get your feet wet in Blackboard today. Make sure you have access to everything you need. And that's it. Thanks.